this World Cup, FIFA World Cup. It started off, first of all, in Qatar. What month is it again? Did the World Cup start?
November.
It started in November. And how many countries joined the World Cup?
16?
32.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, 32 get the qualification to go to the World Cup FIFA, and it only happens every
4 years.
every 4 years. All right, you have some giants. Among them, Brazil. It took the World Cup. Its record of taking the World Cup is next to none other. Then, really, let's see, Argentina took it. Like this time, Argentina took it. Argentina also took it back in '86, those of you who do not remember. But Brazil, South America really, and that's why it's surprising that North America doesn't have such a great record, right? United States has been going to the World Cup and has hosted the World Cup, but has never been in the last 4 of the World Cup. Never, disappointing. Ooh. But anyway, that's another story. Again, you think America's white people and colonialists is superior. Not at the World Cup. They've been going since the 1950s to the World Cup. All right, compared to some African countries like Morocco and Senegal that you're hearing today. But just listen in, okay? But anyway, let's get back to the topic. So you had Argentina, Brazil. Mind you that Brazil has been defeated against France for the past 8, 9 World Cups. They're the only, somebody eliminated them though this World Cup, other than France, right? Brazil got eliminated this World Cup despite their stellar whatever, right? But Germany is also a very strong World Cup winner. Italy.
Really?
Yes, Germany, Italy.
Didn't even make it.
Listen, okay? Because we're not done. Who else? Italy didn't even make it there. What are you talking about?
Italy didn't even make it.
Italy didn't even go to the World Cup.
Exactly.
All right? Who else is a strong team? Paraguay took it one time. Even Paraguay. So see how it rotates. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and this is how we rotate the victory from day to day. Today you're victorious. Tomorrow your victory turns into a defeat. If it's not really a victory that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave, Allah ta'ala endorsed, sooner or later, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. This was the first time the World Cup was hosted in
I'm a Muslim country.
in a Muslim country, the very first time in history. This was unexpected. This was unprepared for. Not by the Muslimin. Alhamdulillah, there were some Muslims who got together and thought of doing some very tactical things. And it impacted the world for the remaining of our existence on this earth. That I can assure you. But we want to talk FIFA history. So the Giants, Belgium is also a very strong team. But I'm trying to think about those who actually took even France. France took the World Cup twice, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they took it in 98? I believe it was 98. Yes, it was 98. Because 94, I remember being on a tour in Africa. And that was when it was hosted in the United States. Yeah, that time, United States was eliminated in the last, they passed the first, they went into the 16. But they didn't make it into the 8. Yeah, they could not. No, United States. I don't understand, And when I was looking at that time, I said, you know what, when I go back to the United States, I'm going to help them out on the team. I should have been a coach assistant or something. That would have made more sense, But anyway, Allah Ta'ala had other plans. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So now, one of the very first controversials in a World Cup was in this World Cup, which was what?
Huh?
Offside?
The hosted?
The host of players, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? Can anybody explain?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
The first controversy on having, when the time came to have the World Cup there, was what controversy?
Who hosted it?
Who hosted it?
Oh, Qatar. How they like, cause they hosted.
They banned
to play.
alcohol and stuff, and then people didn't like it.
What else? They banned alcohol, and they also
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean that's a Muslim country, so like.
they also said no LGBT activity or symbol or anything. We do not, our culture does not accept LGBT as being any type of acceptable mind culture. The one who has the true mind, they understand that, yes, so it's against our culture, it's against our religion, and for our sovereignty, we cannot allow this type of thing to take place. Yes?
Yeah.
And I think a couple of people who tried to wear even T-shirts in there.
Didn't one guy like run across like the game with a flag, and didn't he like get locked up or something?
Yeah, they were not playing.
What?
They were not playing with that. Anybody who tried to defy, they were looking on to make sure. Rightfully so. They said, if I come to your country, can I do what you have outlawed to be morally wrong by your society? Could I do that openly? I said, no. I said, okay, so why would you do it here? We're telling you. It's that simple, right? So all the countries, 32 countries, including the United States, including France, including Germany, we know that these are including Canada, they promote all of this. That was not an easy pill for them to swallow. Was it? Like you said, somebody tried this thing, somebody tried that thing, but they had to deal with the officials. So that was a big controversy. It was all over the news. Very highly spoken of, and at the same time, the LGBTQ community made historical victory in the political race, the midterms. Their history, they took the most amount of seats. They took, yeah. Yes, that's right. Did you understand that? But don't you know, like people, like they are already like secretaries and spokesperson who are of LGBT in the Biden administration, like the press secretary John Paul, whatever. She's she's openly LGBTQ, and I think one time they showed, she has like a girl or I don't know exactly what to call, like her husband basically. So I don't think I can go wrong with that. And Pete Buttigieg or whatever, the secretary of, I think he was mayor somewhere, and he had like a good record. So Pete, the small, Caucasian white guy. Anyway, yeah, I mean, he looks like he's very young, very young. I don't know, because I never met the man, but I saw him on TV, and I'm just saying what he looked like. And I know he became the secretary of something. But I know his first name begins with Pete. Pete? Yeah, Pete. All right. Buddha something, right? Or no? Okay. Buttigieg. Actually, you know what? the neighbor up the street that what's his name? What's his son's name? That boy. I know but anyway, he knows the name perfectly. And he said actually, because he was running for president, this man.
Oh.
Yeah, Pete. And that's how he got selected. Yeah, Pete. He became famous that way. All right, so the World Cup FIFA. Then what happened? So, again, the biggest countries did not even make it to the final. Some countries that are champions, that have actually taken the World Cup, Italy, namely, Spain also got eliminated. Spain has a good record, but they got eliminated early, right? And it's interesting. But something else happened. All these countries, they stuck it out, right? Meaning they swallowed the pill. You got to look on the bright side. They swallowed the pill not to be drinking around there, not to be, they experienced that. Not to eat pork products, you understand? Not to be involved in LGBTQ activities. They swallowed that. That's not easy for, And on top of that, the Qataris were big on introducing Islam to them.
Yeah.
And that's very, 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 very impactful. A lot of people for the first time, you understand, it's almost as if Allah Jalla Jalaluhu is saying, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحِ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا. For the first time, thousands and thousands upon thousands of people got to go into masajids, places of prayer, and observe what the prayers and actually talk and interact with Muslims about what Islam means. That is on top of the fact that for the first time, a Muslim country, for the first time, an African nation made it all the way to the quarterfinals. For the first time, a Muslim, first I say Muslim, because all who say and who think that one day we will be with Allah in His mercy and not in His wrath, inshallah. All who even think it, all who somehow connect themselves in a way that Allah Ta'ala knows best. They were following the FIFA events. And they saw what happened. And they know that Morocco should have made it actually to the finals. Because they were cheated their game. They would have definitely made it. So it was interesting to understand that after all, the Muslims, the world, you understand, can come together about what is important. Islam is important because it is total, absolute tranquility, all peaceful. I mean, if it weren't, would all of those nations come together in a Muslim country? Because not only did you come in a Muslim country, but you abided by Muslim rules. You swallowed the pill, and it was worth it. If you take into consideration the propaganda against Islam for all these decades, they paid for it in this 1 month. In the opposite, propaganda for Islam. It showed the respect that Islam gives to every individual as long as they abide by the laws of La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And more respect for the Moroccans. That's why we're glad we have the Latifi Moroccan Brigade. Well, they're Latifi Khalil Brigade, but their commander is from Morocco. He's Moroccan because, we across borders. Quranic revolution, Muhammad Gambia was from Gambia. Abdul Fattah Muhammad is from the United States, Then you have the Latifi and then you have others also. You have others, but we cannot, drill into all of that. Heart, the most popular ones command, heart and mind, soul, these thought, and ideas. Anyway, patience, very important. Humility, great one. So what's happening? The Moroccans, they're Muslim also.
Yeah.
They're all Muslimin, and they showed how to have gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Oh,
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Very important message. We get together, even if it's 3 people, we have to get together to have a collaborative effort in demonstrating to thousands of people that we are Muslimin. Allah Ta'ala makes it that easy. And they showed the respect and the love and the compassion for the parents, specifically and particularly to their mothers. And that also touched the hearts of the non-believers. Like, wait a minute, man. Wait a second. Hold up. We have enough cases of people killing their mothers in the United States. These people are yes. Little kids are killing them. You don't follow the news. You heard some.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know how long it's been happening for. You know how many people kill their parents for their inheritance?
Oh.
For insurance? So now it's easy to relate to, huh? The testimony is getting clearer. But anyway, we're talking about the FIFA World Cup. 2022. Allahu Akbar. So they showed, and they're like, wait a second. These people are showing at this age. At this age, most Americans are locking their parents in the nursing homes, those who can. They're getting rid of them. They can't afford them. Can you imagine trying to take care of your parents and yourself? Yeah. Because this is what the difficulty became. Right? Your parents took care of you and all of this, but now they're elderly and you got your own family. You can't take care of them. You're putting them in a nursing home. These people are dancing around with their parents on the football field, with their mom. They show the respect that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the mom wants to dance on the football field with her son, victory. She goes and she dances on. It's not a haram dance, by the way. Movement and movement alone, without aura being shown, is not haram. So people do not understand this. But anyway, so it's very interesting that even, the Palestinian affair became also, because they're Qataris, they're Arabs just like the Palestinians. The culture, you understand, we have to make sure they feel like they are watching the World Cup. So they made big centers, big screens, and people were supporting the Muslim country. And now the truth is becoming abundantly clear that Islam is real. Islam is the only religion to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Islam is the only way that the entire republic can come together. The La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And solve all matters. Because the Quran is from Allah and it has solution to all matters. I think that, when you have, I was telling, my brother yesterday, I was saying to him, like, the Palestinian matter has been an atrocity for decades upon decades, stealing the Palestinian land and occupying it. I said to him, 9/11, they were saying, people from the corporate all the way to the scholarly level in America, you don't know what these Palestinians are about. They're suicide bombers. These Palestinians and how they live over there, you don't know what they're doing over there and how they're doing it. Israel is our friend. They are our allies. They gotta protect themselves. They gotta defend themselves. My friend, I'm here to tell you, the reality is becoming clear. Not everybody the media says to you is a suicide bomber, is a suicide bomber. Don't believe everything that you hear on the news, or you hear from somebody who does not understand the reality. It's not right. But now the entire world, even everybody is knowing that yes, this is an actual crime against humanity in itself and must end. Period. You know? And that's a very important message because the world needs peace. When is the war going to stop on this world? Now it's Ukraine. Before Ukraine, Afghanistan.
Wait.
How many countries were in Afghanistan?